Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today I have a table full of trees that I'll be working on. All these trees have one thing in common. They're all trees that grow in the desert. I'm going to start today by pruning my yucca forest. It was last pruned in July of this year, so midsummer. So let's go in and see what's happening. By midsummer, all these shoots on the tree had grown really tall and it needed pruning back to size. My goal was to cut the shoots off, leaving some of the green leaves on it, and then get further subdividing so one branch would then turn into 2 or 3. That happened in many of the cases, but in some cases like this branch, it just grew one new branch, and this one just has one new branch growing. It didn't subdivide from 1 into 2 new branches. Some of the branches, like the one back here, did divide from 1 branch into 2 new branches. There's one out the front and one out the back. I'm going to start today's work by removing all the old leaves to clean up the trees here in the Bonsai Zone. Even though my pruning on this tree didn't divide my 1 branch into 2, it did activate some old shoots and they started to actively grow. I'm hoping by taking really good care of these trees and further pruning in the future that I can activate more of these dormant shoots to get a fuller canopy on the trees. The edges of these leaves are like miniature saw blades, so if you run your hand along them, you'll cut your skin. So you have to be very careful when you're pruning these trees. When I last pruned this forest, I didn't touch the smaller trees. They're just cuttings off the larger trees, and they were still in a growing stage. But today I can remove some of the lower leaves on them to clean them up a bit. So I'll do that. I'm just cutting these old leaves off close to the trunk with a curved pair of scissors. Like that. By removing these older leaves, you allow light to get in down lower and you may get some back budding on the main trunks. I'm looking in at the side view now and you can see some of these leaves are interfering with the tree beside it, so they'll need to be removed also. So we'll come in and cut them flush like that. There's one here that interferes with this tree that I'll remove, like that. Here's a good example of a branch that was cut here and it divided from 1 branch into 2. So that's cleaned up this area. Light can get in here now, and you may get some back budding on these trunks. The main tree has a lot of older leaves that can be removed. They're kind of in the dark anyway. They're shaded out by the canopies now. There's one here. I'll continue to remove all the older leaves off the trees and we'll come back and see how it looks. Hopefully it won't look too naked. I finished removing all the old leaves and you can see the structure of the trees much more clearly now. Here's a shot of all the leaves that are removed off the trees. It's quite a handful. This forest doesn't look very desert-like with all this moss growing on it. This moss is just grown in here naturally because I mist the forest twice a day. I do want to keep some of this moss, but I don't want it growing up around the trunk of the tree. I want just little clumps here and there to look like bushes growing in the desert. I'll begin by removing the moss from the base of the trunks. Just pulling it out like this. There's no point having nice surface roots on a tree if they're covered up by moss. The moss has grown quite thick, and as I remove it, you can start to see the root base that was hidden here. I'll be making a video on desert trees coming up. How to care for them, how to water them, how to style them, and that kind of thing. I'll be doing a talk about desert trees as bonsai at the Macedo Bonsai Society this coming Wednesday. So I'm getting these trees cleaned up so they look good for the meeting. This forest is, a work in progress. It has some nice stuff happening on it. I like the trunks and everything. But it definitely needs more branching up top. It'll be many, many years before it's looking good. It's a great start. I'm very enthusiastic about these yucca trees as bonsai. So I'm starting to get the moss cleared around from the base of the trees. I'm going to plan out my clumps of moss now. I don't want any moss in front of the tree, so I just want that dry sand. So I'll probably have a clump of moss somewhere here, kind of in the open part of the forest. Maybe a couple in this corner too. So I'm going to strip this moss away from the front here. I just want your eye to come in and look at the trunk of the tree. I don't want it distracted by moss. I can see a root growing along the edge of the pot here, right here. These roots will grow wherever the moisture is. So if you're misting the forest, you'll get a lot of surface roots. If you're deep watering it, the roots will probably go deeper in the pot. From the front view here, you can see how the moss kind of leads your eye towards the trunk of the tree. I'll create another moss clump over here, so I'll remove some of this moss to create some little clumps. Again, this kind of landscaping is just by trial and error. See what looks good to you. Study pictures of, desert landscapes and try and get ideas. I think that's looking fine. I'll divide this moss into clumps now. So we'll do a similar thing. We want your eye to flow in towards this back tree, so I'll remove the moss from in front of it. I don't want to leave a lot of moss in the end. I just want it mainly sand and, that dry desert look. Definitely don't want a lush tropical look with these trees. I used to have a skull in with this planting, but I don't think the scale worked that well with it. It made the trees look quite small. So I think without the skull, it kind of leaves it up to you to determine how large these trees are. Some people might picture them as giant trees, and some people might, envision a person kind of standing this high. This forest demonstrates the importance of a nice radial root system. On the older trees, you can see the trunk comes down and flares out at the base into the soil level. This one too. These trees near the back here, they're younger trees, cuttings off of the original trees, and they don't have that nice flare at their root base. The trunks just go sort of straight into the soil. It doesn't look very stable and mature. As I develop these trees over the years, those surface roots will get stronger and you'll get a root flare, just like these older trees. In order to develop a lot of these shoots near the fronts of the trees, I have the forest so the light is facing the front of the forest, so this is the window side up front. So it gets a lot of light to all the fronts of the trees, so hopefully I'll get a lot of nice branching. I've already pulled quite a handful of moss off the surface of the soil, but I still have a ways to go. I've got the yucca forest all cleaned up now. Someday I hope to put this forest into a show when I've got a nice canopy developed. It's something to look forward to. Let's rotate the table around now and start on the next tree. The next tree I'll be working on is my aloe bonsai. My aloe tree has been growing really well since it was repotted midsummer of this year. root pruned and top pruned. I had to prune the apex of this tree in the midsummer. It was growing in a big curve at the top, so I had to prune it back to a straight part of the trunk. It didn't sprout new branches coming out. Instead, it died back to where there was already some branches coming out of the trunk. So we'll clean that up. We'll prune off this dead part and just keep the living parts. But these branches are growing quite vertically, so one of them will take over as the new apex. I'm coming in here with the branch cutters and I'll prune off this dead part of the leader. So here I go. Very fibrous. There we go. Here's a look at the dead part that I pruned off. You can see it is a little fleshy where I pruned it, so I'm just going to peel it back and see what was going on with the top here. So you can see it goes from a nice green color where I cut it, and it kind of fades to yellow and then to brown. So yeah, I think I picked a good point to cut the dead part off. Some of the branches on the aloe are getting quite heavy. They're getting a lot of leaves on them. So in order to keep them growing upright, I'll have to prune off some of this weight. So I'll get out my cutters and we'll start pruning some of these lower leaves off. So here I go. There's one. I'll get in here and move this great big one here. There. There's an old leaf down here that's needs a bit of cleaning up. I'll prune that off like that. Another older leaf here we can get rid of. As the branches on the aloe grow longer, it starts to gain vigor. The leaves start increasing in size and they start to get very heavy, and it causes the branch to start drooping. That's why it's important on the aloe to remove the lower leaves before the branches get too heavy. I'll continue to prune off leaves on the aloe, pruning leaves that are growing inwards, like this one, to give each branch its own space. One there I can remove. One growing from the inside here I can remove. This will allow me to see more of the branch structure. Here's an example of a leaf that's growing in towards the center of the tree that needs to be removed. So I'll come in here with the scissors and remove that leaf. Even some of the branches are needing pruning now. They're starting to get quite heavy. And if you don't prune them, they could break off. As they grow older, they'll gain strength. The big one on the inside here I'll take off, like that. That's letting a lot more light get down to the center part of the tree now. I've removed all the problem leaves on the aloe plant now. Leaves that were low down, creating too much weight on the branches. Leaves that were growing in towards the center of the tree and blocking out the light from getting to the main trunks. I'm looking at the overall design of the aloe plant now, and some of these trunks here are getting a little tall. So as they develop branches on the old wood, I'll be pruning them back in height to kind of keep our nice rounded canopy. One of the little pups or branches broke off the tree in the middle of the summer, so I planted it, and it's rooted and it's growing, so I have a little miniature aloe. Here's my little tiny aloe bonsai. I'll try planting it in a 3D printed pot this winter, and it'll be the little baby of the bigger tree. Let's rotate the table around now and work on the next tree. The next trees I'll be working on is my Portulacaria Afra-forest. The pruning of the African landscape will have to wait until part 2 of this series, where I'll be working on my Portulacaria Afras, my crown of thorns, my jade bonsai, and whatever this is. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me today in the Bonsai Zone.